If I don't have hope to live, why am I here? People live because they want to live, because they have something to live for. I don't have anything to live for. I grew up in a family that was pretty much split from the beginning. At the time, I didn't really grasp the fact that I was moving away from my mom. I didn't really know what was going on. We went to live with my dad, but he was hardly home. Sometimes we didn't have food to eat sometimes because my dad was gone. And we would go over our neighbor's house, with our friends and say, oh, we're gonna, spend the night, here. But it was really so that we could take a bath and iron our clothes and things like that. We actually lived in a house with no electricity for 2 or 3 years. I think it became a little more real to me when I got a little older, around 7, 8 years old, and we were always in and out of the courtroom. My mom got remarried. She was living her life. She was with her husband. She felt that I should be with my brother. That's just what happened. I just accepted that. I learned to accept the lack of love. Just sort of a, this is just the way it is mentality. I had actually at that point moved with my mom to a new state. We both were starting over. And I said, well, is Tony coming with you? And that was her boyfriend at the time. And she said, no, I'm going. I'm leaving everything in Memphis. I'm going and just starting over. And I just loved the feeling and the sound of that. And when we got to our new town, he showed up. And I felt betrayed. Only thing I had left was hope. And I felt like you're crushing that right now. I would cut my arms. I would do it in the dark. And I couldn't watch myself. When I would do it, I would say, I don't want to do this. I would say that I don't want to do it, but I would still be doing it. I just thought that I was taking matters into my own hands with my own life. And I had actually carved the word sad in my arm, S-A-D. And one morning before school, she caught me. She, grabbed both of my arms and looked at them. She said, no, something is wrong with you. She took me to our family physician. I wanted someone to listen to me without judgment, without knowing who I am or my past or my weaknesses or any of that. And that's what he did. He didn't call me sick or any of that. He just said, I want you to sign a promise contract, and this says that you will commit to living. It's a contract, and you have to commit to living. If you want to call me, if you don't feel like you're going to make it, call me. And if you want to commit to living, sign it. And I signed it because I really did want to live. The hope came back. Then as time went on, I became a little stronger to where I stopped cutting myself. But I just sort of secretly prayed, if you're real, can you help me? And I started to really understand a lot of things. At a very young age, I just concluded that I had to experience those things because it pushed me to a place to where I could lean on nothing but God. I eventually moved. I started going to a church, and I joined that church, and they took me in and started teaching me, you know, the way of God, the way of Jesus. And slowly but surely, that empty hole started to fill in. All of those things that I was struggling with was mental, and I was able to overcome that because of something else that's sort of invisible, and that's love. That's what he sort of filled me with. I know that there is love out there. I have it, I give it. I was sad and depressed, and now I'm happy. I have joy. Like, he really turned all that around. I want to live to the 10th power. My name is Victoria Lynn Childress, and I am second.